Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Alpha Life here. We are finally finishing up our Caldari side of the series, our final Alpha Life series. So, let's take a good look at what we're going to be doing, what we're going to be using, and how we are going to proceed from here on out with the channel. Now, first of all, let's move on to the ship that we are currently using. It's a hauler. It's mainly to haul stuff from one station to the next. Why? Well, mainly because I have been storing all the stuff that we have been getting from the Alpha Life series in a secure container, and in order to move it without much effort, I decided to use a Badger, a Caldari hauler, which I really like the look of for some strange reason. I know it's mainly just a square, but I don't know why I like it. So let's take a good look at what we're going to be having for the fitting. First, though, let's simulate the fitting, and yeah, the cargo hold is empty. And here you can see 5.1 million ISK. Why is this? Well, mainly because we are going to want to have a very strong tank, because as you can see, we are going to be selling in Jira. Since we're already a Caldari character, there is, well, no other reason to sell anywhere else but in Jira, maybe in Dotixi if you like holding stuff, but mainly we're going to remain here. So let's take a good look at our fit, which of course I'm going to leave you in the description down below as usual. And I have well, unfortunately, I do not have a Sunesis fit for this episode, but you can definitely take a good look at some of the other series for the Sunesis fits, and I would mostly recommend either the Minmeter one or the Galente one if you're a Caldari pilot. So, first, let's move on to our high slots, of course, nothing. In the mid slots, however, we're going to have one large shield extender 2 medium Azeotropic restrained shield extenders. Why? Well, so that all of these can help us get that EHP as high as we can get it. One compact multispectrum shield hardener to help us get all of our resistances up. So you can see they are not exactly the best without it, so let's turn it on. And a Microwarpdrive so that it can help us get a little bit faster, a little bit better. Of course, I have made the mistake of fitting in a 5mn, so let's try and change that to a 50mn, and we cannot. But, well, let's try fitting in some rigs. Ooh, still not possible. So, you can either take out the Microwarpdrive and fit in another compact multispectrum shield hardener, which I would really recommend, but I like having a Microwarpdrive around just in case. Well, in case nothing, it cannot really go that fast. But yeah, the second multispectrum shield hardener is really going to come in handy, almost getting us to that 20k EHP. So let's move on from those to the compact EM shield amplifier. As you know, most of the shield ships have a very low, if not non-existent, shield EM resistance, so that's why this module is here. See, if we take it off and we turn off the hardeners, we have zero resistance. So if anyone's going to try to gank you and they know that you're a shield fit, they are most likely going to try for EM ammunition, which for us is not really a big problem. And we also have very good explosive resistance for that hail ammunition that a lot of turrets, well, the projectile turrets and mainly artillery use. So, for the low slots, we're going to use two Inertial Stabilizers Tech 2 to help us a little bit with that navigation align time and help us move a little bit faster, and to expanded Cargohold II so that we can actually fit more stuff in our Badger. As you can see, we have a very good cargo hold, 10 times the size of the Sunesis, so that's really nice. Now, let's take a look at the hold that we have been having for this Alpha Life side of the series. So let's check it out. Well, we got some crosslink compact ballistic control systems and some stuff here and there. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to sort by estimated price reverse. Mine is already sorted, and as you can see, we don't really have so much stuff, but we do have a little bit. Now, Triglavian survey databases, these aren't worth selling in Jira because we need to sell them to NPC stations so that they can buy them for 100,000 ISK, which is the best price for them. And since NPCs buy them, well, there's really no point in selling them in Jira. Next, Crosslink Compact Ballistic Control System 1. Let's check out the market details for buyers, and it's being bought for 4 million. I think that's actually a really nice price. It's being sold for around 600,000 more, but well, this is actually really good for a buy price. Next, let's take a good look at our Gorista's bronze tag. Ooh, 7 million. That's actually not that bad, but 2 million under. You can either set up a sell order or sell directly to a buy order, which I would recommend, especially if you just want the money as fast as possible. That's what I usually do. So I'm going to do a little bit of a quick reordering so that I can select the things that I don't particularly want to sell here and the things that I want to take back. For example, these blueprint copies, you will not find them on the market because they do not exist as originals, but you can find them in contracts. And as you will be able to see, 1 million for it all the way in HEC, 4 million here in Jira, and these are all for sale. 1.4 million, ooh, multiple items auction. So yeah, if you want to sell or buy these blueprint copies, which I wouldn't recommend you do, if you want some blueprint copies, just run Abyssals, you will get a lot of them. I usually collect them because that way I can see whether or not it's actually worth it to build the thing. So let's take a good look in the industry whether or not it's actually worth keeping. So 37 million to manufacture, 38 million, 37 million, 38 million. So yeah, I would say it's actually worth manufacturing these ones, uh, as long as you can get these ones, the red ones that are worth 35 million. As you can see, that's the big bulk of the price. If you can get it, I really would recommend you manufacture it. I think it's really worth doing. Let's see, how about the multi-adaptive armor repairer? 16 million to manufacture against 10 million for sales. So yeah, this one is absolutely not worth manufacturing. Just the 0 point condensate are worth more than the remote armor repairer. So yeah, this one isn't really worth manufacturing. So we could either destroy it, trash it, or try to sell it. Let's see if there are any contracts that are interesting for it, but something tells me that that's not the case. So 99,000, 100,000 discs. So yeah, no, this is definitely. I mean, you could try to sell them, but you're most likely not going to, or no one is going to be interested in buying them because well, they are just so easy to get. So these two, I'm going to get out of the container and get directly to the badger. See, there it is. What else? What else? Well, ammunition, of course, missiles. All of these missiles I like keeping as long as the hybrid guns ammunition because that's the ammunition that we use in this character. Also rockets and torpedoes because eventually we might get to using them. So I'm going to keep all of that stuff, and worst case scenario, I repurpose them for something else. Ooh, cruise missiles. Let's get them back in there. Well, crystals. We're not really going to use crystals ever because we're Caldari. We barely use our turrets, so definitely going to sell those. This Omega ammunition I am also going to sell. Nuclear titanium sabot also going to sell. Ooh, now we get to something interesting. Abyssal filaments. All of these I actually don't sell. I keep for myself and I mainly run them, especially if I can run them. I like running them. If I cannot run them, well, that's something else. But I like having them all together and going over to sell them at a later date. What else? Grista's bronze tag, as we saw in the market details, 7 million. But I have a very quick, very nice tip. Let's go to a very nice page that I really like called If Tycoon. And we are going to take a good search at the Gorista's bronze tag to see where it's being sold for the most. Let's see, Gorista's bronze tag. So apparently the best buy prices are over here in Jira. So yeah, definitely worth selling here in Jira. So let's get that to the item hanger. What else? Ooh, these overseers personal effects, there's no point on selling them here. You sell them to NPCs again, to NPC stations, and well, there's really no point on selling them here in Jira. Now, a clone soldier trainer tag. Let's see where can we get it. These are also for NPC stations. Soldier trainer tag. Yeah, these are mainly sold in NPC stations. Yeah, absolutely not worth it selling them anywhere else apparently. Let's see, view market details just to be sure. Yeah, 1,500,000, but not in this station. See, Concord Bureau, that's the place where we have to go. And in this episode, finally, we are actually going to go to an NPC station to sell all of this stuff. So this one goes to the Badger. Grista Silver tag and Grista's Copper tag. Let's see real quick on the market details. If anyone buys them, well, no NPCs will buy them, but people might. So let's get them to the item hanger. What else? Triglavian survey databases, again, for NPC stations. Ooh, zero point condensate and crystalline isogen. I like keeping alongside all the drones because, well, I will eventually use the drones, and if I don't, it's better to have more drones than not, especially with a character that doesn't focus on drones. Having a lot of Tech 1 drones is really nice because you don't have to buy a lot of them and you don't really have to care that much about them. What else? Ooh, all of these materials that we got from a level 3 mission running, definitely going to sell. Um, these ones, I don't think I'm going to sell because the last time I tried selling them, see, the prices are really bad. 11 ISK. See, stuff like this just is not worth selling. 1,000 for each one of them, 700. So yeah, those I am going to keep. Metal scraps I also like to keep just so that we can reprocess them and get the tritanium out of them. I think it's like free mining, honestly. Let's see. Ooh, small and medium compact PV acid cap batteries we are definitely keeping because we use them for our feeds. What else? Crosslink compact ballistics control system. We saw it on the market details just a little bit ago and definitely going to sell it. What else? Let's see. Scout railgun we do not use. Compressed coil gun, prototype Gauss gun. This one we are going to keep for ourselves. Compressed coil gun, no. Prototype Gauss gun, definitely for us. Prototype Gauss gun. Again, we are going to keep all the prototype Gauss guns. Next, show info. Arbalest missile launchers, and we are going to keep all of the Arbalest and the TE or OE. All of these ones we are definitely going to want to keep because those are the ones that we use for our feeds. Let's see, what else? Some Microwarpdrives, some afterburners. I like keeping those, but you can sell them for a nice profit. What else? What else? Small clarity ward enduring shield booster. We're definitely going to want to keep because we are definitely going to use for a feed. What else? Enduring multispectrum, also compact multispectrum. Also, we are going to keep alongside the shield stuff. Smart bombs. I don't like keeping. So yeah, I think all of these. Well, let's get these guys to the Badger and also the these ones, all of these, and yeah. So as you can see, we don't really have a very big haul for this series, but well, unfortunately, we have been taking not a lot of time to do the stuff, and we didn't do as much combat exploration as usual. So that can be one of the problems. Now, let's see a very quick look. Again, this one, AEK Compact Room Damage Amplifier, I use it for my Galente characters, so I'm going to want to keep that. But if you do not have any Galente characters, don't keep those, they are unimportant. So let's get... Ooh, hold on, damage control, tech 1. No, I think the tech 2 is absolutely more worth it. So let's move all of this to our item hanger, and you may see that I have some other stuff here in the item hanger. So it's mainly skins because we are in the Winter Nexus event and I like buying these Aurora Universalis skins you have been seeing throughout the series. I really love them, and thanks to this event, they are cheaper than ever. So let's get them to our Badger and out of the way so that we don't accidentally sell them. Now, let's... Ooh, I was just going to sell everything. Now, let's sort by estimated price. Reverse and start up with the highest ones on the list. Let's see, first 3 rows, sell items, and we need to see that we are not getting absolutely scammed out of our money with these. Of course, most of them are going to be red because the difference between the buy orders and the sell orders are where most station traders make their money. And in Jira, well, there are a lot of station traders. Most station traders are actually, well, the big ones are actually based here in Jira. So you're not going to see quite as big uh, earnings as you might expect. But ooh, so far it doesn't seem to be that bad actually. Let's see, I selected 27 million ISK and we are getting 23 million ISK. Uh-huh. Not bad at all. Actually, I think Jira might be the proper place to sell all of this loot. Hmm. Yeah, as you can see, the percentages aren't bad at all. So let's just sell all of this stuff as the prices I think are really, really good. Let's stack it all up again and continue up our selling. Now, what else do we have here? Everything. Ooh, funny little thing. I almost sold an Arbalist compact. So, Arbalist, back in you go. Let's see if I didn't make that mistake. Okay, apparently not. Hello Crockett. Yeah, I think that was the only one. So, again, let's just select everything. 2 million for all of this. Let's view market details. Let's sell items. And what I like to do, open your reprocessing plant. Put all of this stuff in your reprocessing plant. See how the price goes, and if the estimated price from the reprocessing plant is lower than the estimated sell price, then you reprocess them. If not, you can sell them. But also we are going to want to take a good look at the percentages that we're getting. For example, 57% under, I don't think it's worth it. So maybe most likely we're going to actually keep some of this stuff. Oh, look at this, 52% over. That's nice. But look at this, 70% under. So yeah, we really do need to take our time here and take a good look at those percentages. Of course, if you just want the money straight away, just sell them, but I think you will get more money if you do not necessarily sell them, especially stuff like these enduring stasis webifier that are really, really useful. And well, I actually use on some of my feeds, so I think this one I am going to eventually keep. Let's just wait for the sell items page to finish up with everything. And yeah, as I mentioned before, this is going to be the last episode of our well-rounded alpha series. Unfortunately, I haven't yet planned out what we're going to do for moving forward with this series. I really like making these episodic kinds of series. So yeah, please do let me know if you have any ideas for that. I would really, really appreciate it. I have seen a few comments with some ideas, but I would really, really appreciate your help in this matter so that I can continue to make these videos for you, especially if you enjoy them, if you enjoy the format, or if you just enjoy the way I do them. Of course, as long as it's within the budget, I will be more than happy to make them. Now, let's go to our percentages. So 31%, it's not great, but it's not that bad. However, 86% below. This one we're not going to sell, and I think I got the wrong one, but 87%, 55%, all of those we're not going to sell. Let's see what else. What else? 65%. Yeah, that's not worth selling, really. Ooh, damage control, Tech 1, 50%, definitely not worth selling, mainly because it's a Tech 1, so it's manufacturable, so yeah. 67% not worth selling, 69% not worth selling. What else do we have? What else? What else? 30, 30. Some green numbers, that's really nice to see. I think this is the place with the best margins actually so far. Ooh, 46%. Almost I didn't sell that one. Okay, 70% under, definitely not selling. 52% over, that's really nice. 57% under, definitely not going to sell that. Stasis Webifier, 1.5 versus 1.8 million. So yeah, it's not that big of a difference. 58%, nope. 83%, nope. What else? What else? 16, 8, 9. So yeah, everything else pretty good, and still we get very good risk. 1.8 million versus 1.5 estimated price if we reprocessed everything. So let's just sell it. Yes, let's close up the reprocessing plant, open it up again, stack all, and now let's see, for example, this one I'm going to get back inside, fleeting compact also back inside. Uh-huh. Oh, what are these ammunitions doing over here? Back inside. So, now, let's try to sell these items and compare only all of these to the reprocessing price. So 62,000, it's not that much, but let's see if we get more than we do by just selling them at such low percentages. So 53,000 versus 62,000, this is a decision that you might make eventually when you get yourself to this point. However, I think we are better off moving our sales to somewhere else. Let's see. DED testing facilities 10 jumps away. I think that one is not good. Pretty not good. That's exactly what I was thinking. So yeah, let's just go to this one. Let's set the destination. Let's get all of the skins out of here because those are good enough reason to have me blown up just outside the station. And when you're leaving or coming into Jira, you need to be really, really careful about that. So I'm gonna show you a quick trick while we undock here. Of course, you're not gonna be here for the whole trip. I just want to show you a little quick trip while undocking from Jira, especially if you have some valuable cargo. I really would recommend you do this as soon as it pops up in the station. Warp to an undock point. I have made an undock point just outside the docking area, and unfortunately it's a little bit moved offset, so it still takes me a little bit of time to align out. However, the way you do that is you get yourself a small frigate, a small nimble frigate, and get yourself a Microwarpdrive as big as you can fit in there. And what you're going to want to do is just undock, hit the plus so that you can go as fast as possible, as far as possible, and once you're over 150 kilometers away, you can just Control B and name it undock, of course, and hit expire never so that you can have an undock uh, bookmark so that you can just warp straight to it, especially if you're carrying some valuable stuff. And of course, I have my docking point, and the way I did that one was exactly the same. Just warp close to the station to 0 and approach the station, physically double click to approach the station. And once you're at 0, maybe even inside the station, make that your dock button. And as soon as you get into the system, you can just right click, dock to your docking spot, and dock straight away. You don't need to get slowly close to the station, which gives you a chance to get killed. So yeah, that's, I think, really, really nice, really, really worth it. So since this is going to be 15 jumps, let's move on. And well, I think I will cut this part out and see you guys over there. So we have finally made it to the station where we are going to be selling most of our NPC loot. And let's just get it all together. To select it and move it together, just click Control and right click on your mouse, and you should be able to select it and move it all together. And let's see market details, if it's truly being sold here. Well, being bought here, yes. Also the clone soldier tag and the Triglavian database. So this is just sell these items, and when you're selling to NPC orders, just make sure you're on immediate. And well, yeah, that should guarantee that you don't have any problems and actually sell it for what it's supposed to sell. So let's sell all of these items, and you can see it's very simple, very easy, and we get a little bit of stuff left in our badger. 23 million, where does that come from? It's no, that's only 3 million. Let's see, sort by estimated price. Where is all of that? Okay, 4 million. Yeah, for this one, but we might actually use this one. Yeah, okay. So this, we now have only the stuff that we actually want to keep in our cargo hold. Well, me personally, because either I use it for other feats or I use it for other purposes. So I think that will be all for my part, at least for this series, for the Warrant Alpha series. And well, guys, if you have been enjoying the series, please do take a good look at the other characters that we have been making. We have already Galente, Minmater, Ambar, and with this one we finish up the Caldari lineup. Thank you also very much for watching. I hope you have been enjoying this journey, and please consider giving me a like and leaving me some comments with some options to be able to make some future videos, or any videos you would like me to make. Please, I would really, really appreciate it. So thank you also very much for watching. This has been the Alpha Life, and I will see you all in the next one.